The Gambling Control Bill was published by Alan Shatters in 2013. It was to protect children and people that are prone to having a gambling condition. You say, John, that Ireland has a gambling problem and more needs to be done.
It certainly has a gambling problem, and it would be nearly impossible for it not to have a gambling problem. There are bookie offices that are open now. There was a time they were open until 5 o'clock or thereabouts in the evening. Now they're open 7 days a week, including Sunday, the Sabbath, the day when the liquor bookies and other places should be closed. However, in this country they're not. They're open 7 days, and not alone 7 days, but open until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. This is a recipe for disaster. You could not but have problems with addiction to gambling, which is self-evident to anyone that lives in the country.
Part of the bill that Alan Shatters published in 2013 was that age verification, self-exclusion, and young people not working in betting shops. Could you add anything to that?
Well, you certainly could. First of all, the bookie offices shops should be closed at 5 p.m, not open until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. They're usually situated near public houses, and quite frankly, that's the last place they should be sited. You go into a public house now and there's racing on 7 days a week, and you have customers there, and all they're doing, instead of having a chat and a pint and getting to know their neighbour, they're shouting at the television about horses and running in and out of the bookie offices. There could be families going hungry. We hear a lot about this hunger and hopelessness. Perhaps gambling could be a root cause of a lot of this.
I've always noticed that there seems to be gambling houses, Paddy Power, various ones. They always seem to be next to a pub.
They are, and with a very good reason, because this is where this is what people. This is the danger of these bookie offices. As I say, they're open so late, and the people that frequent pubs seem to be gamblers, because they're running in and out of bookies. You've only got to be in any town or village, and that's all you see. You go into any pub anywhere, and all you see is horse racing, 7 days a week. There is nothing on, there's no conversation. It nearly should be banned in pubs. And people should go in for a conversation, a bit of relaxation, not gambling away their week's wages, or if they're not even working, their unemployment benefit, and leaving their families without funds.
Do you think it's a fair point that gambling houses that are beside pubs are exploiting drunken people?
Correct, they are, and the fact that we have this, that they're opening hours. I mean, what is this government doing that they're supposed to be? The previous government from 2011 to 2016, they claimed they were the saviours of the country and put it on a sound foot and all this. But on the one hand, they permit this antisocial phenomenon to develop to such an extent. Have they no respect for the Irish citizens and for their families and the children in this country that the puppet a sort of respect?
In the last 10 years, online gambling has had a lot of growth, and the regulation goes back, say, to the 1930s. That's the laws from the 1930s that kind of regulate the gambling in Ireland. Paddy Powers could close at 5 o'clock, but somebody could go home online and they could gamble the whole night.
Well, you see, the bill that you were talking about earlier, that the former Minister for Justice, now no longer a Minister for Justice or even a member of the Dáil, Alan Shatters, who was a former Minister for Justice and Defence. I don't know how you could be master of two such different outfits. However, it's all very well bringing in laws and talking about it, but actually haven't been implemented, so it's just nearly a waste of time. and I presume there's been a Minister for Justice since, namely Francis Fitzgerald. They seem to spend their time talking about commissioners and whether they should be here or not, instead of getting on with running the country. It seems to me that the media are calling the shots on all sorts of issues, and I don't see how this government, why can't they govern and just get on with it and stop this pandering to the media about all sorts of issues that have nothing to do with the economic well-being of the country and the success of the country.
You would think that proper regulation is a win-win situation for everybody, the public and the government, the exchequer.
Well, you see, that's if they know how to govern and govern properly and not be listening to vested interests, govern for the good of the country and the good of the people. It's self-evident to anyone with eyes to see that they're not doing this. They're just pandering to the lowest common denominator and really leaving people at risk and perhaps leaving people starving. Now, John Malone and the Christian and Jobs Action Party intend to address these issues when they get a chance, if they ever get elected to Dáil Éireann. They certainly will not be silent on these issues and will speak out against them and against the sort of nonsense that the media keep drumming up, trying to destroy the political stability of the country and promoting views contrary to the good and the well-being of the people of the country, in my view.
Okay. Thank you very much, John.
You're welcome.